Stay warm, exactly.
Good morning. Thank you all for being here today. We're about to get started with the color guard, courtesy of our Salt Lake City Police and Fire Departments. We'll then hear the national anthem by the choristers of the Madeline Choir School. Would you please direct your attention to the flagpole and to our color guard. Color guard, attention. Please present the colors.
Color guard, attention. Forward, march. Ready, face. Present arms. Order. Arms. Ready. Face. Forward. March. Present. Arms. Order. Arms. To the American colors. Ready. Face. Present. Arms. Will the audience join us in the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Order. Arms. Present. Arms.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose bright stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets echoed, the bursting and lasting, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of all brave?
Order. Arms. Detail. Ready. Face. Forward. March.
Can we put our hands together for the Madeline Choir School's rendition of our national anthem? It was so beautiful. Thank you. I understand they need to go back to school, so they're going to leave us now at that point. Just to walk through our run of show today, I will speak for just a moment. You'll hear from Council Chair Chris Wharton. We're so happy to have Council Chairs Petro and Dugan here as well with us. We'll hear then from Lieutenant Steve Wooldridge from Salt Lake City Police Department, who is a veteran of 30 years. We'll hear taps and have a 2-minute moment of silence, and then we'll go from there with some more activity. We're grateful for our color guard. Salt Lake City Police Department and Fire Department, you are the finest in our state, and you represent the best of us. Thank you, and thank you especially today to those of you who also serve us as veterans in the armed forces of the United States. We're grateful for every one of you and the way that you present the colors at every event that we have where we get to honor our great national flag. Thank you so much. To every veteran that's here today, every veteran across our city and across our nation, thank you for your courage, for your dedication and your service. That includes roughly 200 veterans who are a part of our Salt Lake City family. Every day we see your professionalism and pride and the heart that you bring to your work, from our police department to our airport and many other departments. Their contributions, your contributions, reach every corner of our community, and we're lucky to have you on our team. For those of you in our community who haven't served, I invite you to spend Veterans Day reflecting on the profound impact that veterans have had on each of us. Because of their sacrifices, we live in a city and in a country where freedom and security are real, and they're never to be taken for granted. These privileges are so woven into our daily life that we can sometimes overlook them. But days like today, and many other moments throughout the year, should stand to remind us that they are hard-won gifts, secured by people who stepped forward, often at great personal cost. I'm especially reminded of this on this day as my father served in the Korean War, and my great-great-grandfather, Delos Robinson, served in the Civil War. Growing up, I knew from our family stories how service shapes a person and how it shapes a family. For the families and spouses and children and loved ones of veterans, today is about you too. You've shared in the weight of service, the weight of sacrifice, often behind the scenes, but with the same unwavering commitment. And to everyone here, especially if you have the day off tomorrow, I encourage you to reach out to a veteran in your life. Let them know how deeply grateful we are for their service and the freedoms they've safeguarded for all of us. Thank you to every veteran across this great nation. Salt Lake City is so proud to stand with you and to call you our friends, our family, and our community members. I'll turn the time now over to Council Chair Chris Wharton and then Lieutenant Steve Wooldridge.
Thank you. Thank you everyone for being here, and good morning. Veterans Day is about remembrance, honoring all of those who've served in our armed forces. It's a time to pause and reflect on their courage and their sacrifice. Fewer than 6% of Americans have served, but veterans are the backbone of our communities. That's because their service doesn't end when they come home. They keep serving as teachers, police officers, firefighters, business owners, volunteers, and council members. Let's honor our military families. They endure the separation, the frequent moves, the uncertainty. Those sacrifices deserve our recognition and our appreciation too. More than 17% of veterans die by suicide every day. Even one is too many. We can all help by reaching out and listening, remembering the 988 crisis line, a simple life-saving resource that's available to so many and has saved countless lives. Our veterans show that service doesn't end with a uniform. It continues in classrooms and small businesses, in public service, and in everyday acts of care. Let's honor the sacrifices of our veterans, their enduring sacrifices, by shaping a future worthy of them, one built on compassion, equity, and a shared purpose. Thank you to every veteran family who reminds us what it truly means to serve. And thank you for continuing to serve in Salt Lake and live in Salt Lake City. We appreciate you.
Of course. Good morning, everyone. Sorry, use my Army voice. My name's Steve Wooldridge. I'm a lieutenant with Salt Lake City Police Department. I've had the good fortune of being supported by Salt Lake City for 34 and a half years. Some of that was also in a concurrent career in the Utah Army National Guard. I started off in the Marine Corps, and for all the Marines out there, including myself, we should say happy birthday. Today is the 250th birthday of the United States Marine Corps. Hurrah. After the Marine Corps, I came to work for Salt Lake City Police Department, switched over to the Utah Army National Guard. All this means is that I kind of stayed out of trouble and got to participate in a lot of operations and training far and wide around the world. But what also came with this is my rank. I'm a Command Sergeant Major. I retired 4 years ago from the Utah Army National Guard. Who knew when you turn 60 they tell you it's time to go? But as a Command Sergeant Major, I represent all the enlisted personnel that we deal with. And sometimes they're within our own unit, sometimes they're within a task force. And in those task forces, we get the benefit of working with men and women who are in the Army, Navy, Marine Corps, Coast Guard, Air Force, and now we're even supported by the Space Force. All those young men and women, when they come on board, they all get the experience of being exposed, even if it's for a short period of time, when they're going through their initial training and then their advanced training, to being exposed to cultures, people, languages from other places from where they grew up. People from farms, people from the suburbs, people from the cities, and even in Americans' armed forces, we even accept immigrants. Immigrants that are not U.S. citizens are also part of our armed forces. And we get a chance to work with those men and women in the United States, and then we also get to work with men and women in other countries. One of the earliest lessons I learned of how important it was for the American servicemen to be, and women, service member, to be out in the world, and what we do for people is in 1986. I was still in the Marine Corps, and we were on a major exercise in South Korea. My radio operator and I, we were trying to drive between two freeways, and I ended up going into a rural village with a military map. Unfortunately, the road did not go through to the other highway. But in that little South Korean village, those folks came out to see two American Marines and acted like we had just stopped the North Koreans from being in their village that morning. They gave us soju, they gave us choco pies, which are the Korean version of moon pies, and of course kimchi. So we were able to take that back. But the appreciation for what all our service members did for the South Koreans was obviously present. And what I found as I continued to serve through various different locations around the world, whether it's Baghdad, whether it's in Afghanistan, or whether it's in the southern Philippines, the American service member represents what's good about our country. They represent what we can do for other people. It's greatly appreciated, and that's the experience that your veterans bring back to your communities. Our fathers, mothers, sons, daughters, nieces, nephews, great-grandparents, grandparents, all these folks have had those experiences, and that's what makes our presence in a uniform capacity around the world and makes the United States appreciated by others. So please thank the veterans that you know. If you see a veteran that is struggling, please direct them to the many different services that are available. DAV, the Disabled American Veterans, American Legion. The state has a, within Workforce Services has a military department. The Veterans Affairs, there's many others. So there's many places to, if you see a veteran that's struggling, to get them some help, please do. Thanks a lot for listening. Thanks for your time, and thanks for celebrating our veterans.
You come stand back here, Steve. Thanks, Steve. We'll proceed with taps, and from there we'll be happy to meet any veterans that are in the crowd with us today. Apparently the trumpeter is not here, so we'll just have 2 minutes of silence and you can play taps in your heart. Thank you. Please come up and sign the banner for anyone who is a veteran in the community. Please come on up. It's right back here on a table behind us, and we'd love to meet you if you'd like to come up and shake hands. Thank you. Thank you all for coming out here today.